between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hello, everyone. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, this is a contest truly worthy. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that?
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. There's Chris Olave. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shot here on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're passing here. Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. Says to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 97 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Burrow's throw caught by Olave. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man. It's Olave. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow. Longevity, talent, a little bit of luck along the way, and a whole lot of people helping him get it done.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look coming from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Again, he'll drop to throw. James has got it, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Browns at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals heading back out there. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. from the 39. Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. On third down, Burrow. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Burrow. Olave holds it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. The Bengals passing game.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Again, it's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That could be a start this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Burrow will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Drake London, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Packers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And going the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
2nd and 1. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Burrow.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 41. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 8. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, They don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Room here to run.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's James. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They'll look to throw. Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. From 6 yards away. And the Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with a lead if they make a play.
And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
75 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They go play action with Burrow. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Right back to him on 1st down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Escaping and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Back to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the sauce.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up his secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. This one taken just inside the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 7. A little over 20 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Burrow looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now Burrow. He's going to let it fly. Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Cleveland, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they dipped to 2 and 5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.